Now, at a certain point, you started not to trust Jim Thomason. When was that?
When I found the luggage in the back of Jim's closet.
Luggage. Could you be more specific?
After the crash, the Transportation Safety Board found a luggage fragment in the wreckage, and it contained traces of plastic explosives. The luggage that I found in Jim's closet matched the fragment.
How did you know it was a match?
The luggage was very distinctive.
Now, at that point, did you confront Jim Thomason?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
I guess I was just in shock. Up until that point, he'd been like a savior to me, and I mean, the possibility that he may have been responsible for this crash, I didn't want to believe that. I couldn't believe that.
Why not?
Because it would mean that the life that I had been making with him was based on a lie. But I couldn't deny the possibility, so, I mean, it was like this warning bell. I couldn't turn it off until I got some answers.
Did you tell any of this to the cops?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
I needed hard evidence.
To prove Thomason guilty or innocent?
I needed him to be innocent. I wanted the story that he told me about the loan sharks planting the explosives in his luggage to be true. So I asked Mateo Santos. His sister Maria was killed in the crash. I asked him to go to New York and to check out the story.
And what happened?
Mateo went to New York, and he set up a meeting to check out the loan shark story. But he was attacked. And Mateo thought that Jim was sending him a message to back off.
And you still kept the cops out of this?
I guess it was like he was a cancer in my life that I wanted to deny.
But you couldn't get rid of this cancer. It spread.
Mateo and his wife, Haley, nearly succumbed to carbon monoxide poisoning. Edmund Grey found Jim in their bedroom. They were unconscious.
Then what?
There were just too many unexplained coincidences and too many close calls. You have to understand, nobody wanted Jim to be innocent more than I did. I mean, no advocate worked harder to clear him of suspicion. I would have done anything to prove that Jim Thomason was the man that I needed him to be. My hero.
But it didn't turn out that way, did it? It didn't turn out that he was a hero to you or anybody else. And then you started to nail him.
Because I had to.
Why?
Because I brought the cancer that was Jim Thomason into people's lives, and I helped to spread it, so ultimately I was the one who had to eliminate it.
You want to commune with Hugo, you do it on your own time, okay? Brooke's on the witness stand fighting for her life right now.
Yeah. Brooke does not need me there.
Sometimes, you know, she's in the court right now looking for you. Looking for you. Looking for your face. For a smile, a wink, a nod, anything that says, it's gonna be okay, Brooke. Everything's gonna be okay.
Even if I don't believe it.
Especially if you don't believe it. That's what friends are for. I don't care whether you love her or you're in love with her right now, okay? Just, if you are half the friend you consider yourself to Brooke, just haul your butt back in there. Hell, you saved my life. Who's to say you can't do the same for her?
Do you recognize this?
Yes, it's the gun that Dimitri Marick gave me.
Why did he give it to you?
For protection.
Against Jim Thomason?
I feared for myself and for my family's safety.
Bailiff, did Thomason ever threaten you?
Not directly. Jim kept things very close to the vest, but then my aunt found a bugging device that Jim had planted in my living room.
Objection, there's no proof the victim installed a listening device.
Then who did it? Who took those horrible pictures of my daughter? Who took my picture and spilled acid all over Edmund's? Who took out an insurance policy on my life, naming himself as a beneficiary? It was Jim. Edmund knows it, Dimitri knows it, my aunt knows it.
Let's please restrict yourself to the questions.
Your Honor.
Save your breath, Mr. Dillon. Mr. McLean, I let you play out your hand. I'm extending the same courtesy to the defense. Objection overruled. Continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Miss English, have you ever shot a gun before that night?
No,
Do
never.
you hunt for sport?
No.
Do you believe in the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms?
I personally choose not to own a gun.
So bringing a gun into your life, into your home, that's a big deal, isn't it?
Yes, it was, but I had to do it. I was afraid for my safety.
How did your relationship with Thomason change?
I guess reality set in. I finally realized that the feelings that I had for Jim came from some place of guilt and isolation. That it wasn't love. It was never love.
Could you tell us what happened on the night of April 14th this year?
I called Jim and asked him to meet me at Stuart Chandler's art gallery. And then I confronted him with all the filth that I had downloaded from the internet. The pictures of my daughter. And the plane crash. I wanted him to admit to me that he was responsible.
Did he admit it?
He boasted about it. He was proud of it. And then he threw in a freebie. He said that Edmund and Dimitri were dead.
Is that when you shot him?
No, I tried to call the police, and Jim pulled the phone off the desk. And then he laughed at me, and he said that I was never going to be able to stop him.
Did you shoot him then?
No. Then he said he was going to go after my son and do the same thing to him that he had done to Laura. He said that dirty little pictures wouldn't kill you, but crossing him would. Jim Thomason was a monster. I couldn't let him hurt my son.
But your son was in West Virginia.
It didn't matter. He would have found him sooner or later. While he was waiting, there were other children down the block, children who didn't have any defense against people like Jim Thomason, people who hurt children. Somebody had to stop him.
Go on.
He laughed. And then he turned around and started to walk out the door. And I saw him all of a sudden with another innocent child. I saw him posing Jamie like he was a mannequin, stealing my son's innocence and murdering his soul. I didn't have a choice. I had to save my son, so I raised the gun. And I shot. I pulled the trigger.
And then you shot him again.
Because he turned around and he was coming at me. So I shot him again. And he wouldn't stop. So I shot again. And again. Till he was dead.
further questions, Your Honor.
I'll see you back inside.
Hang in there. Oh, thank you for being here.
Are you sure it's okay with you?
I'm sure.
Excuse me, Brooke, I need to prep you before McLean gets you to testify.
Okay.
Good luck.
Hmm.